I think sometimes it's hard to wrap people's heads around, or to be able to create spaces where we teach people about engaging with food with all their senses, because we're used to seeing food presented to us through a lens of consumerism, capitalism, basically what can we sell people. And I think it's hard to sell a recipe where you're like, it might need 3 chilies and it might need 1, and it might be, especially when you think about all these like food subscriptions where the stuff comes in the box and there's a half a jalapeno and 3 chives, and you're taking so much of the autonomy away and the agency from the person to engage with their food and to actually have a meaningful relationship. But if they want to make profit, they need to be able to create these systems and equations for how they could maximize dollars. And I think on like a spiritual eating and as a spiritual level of eating and sharing meals and knowing, like conceptually we have these things in our culture, right, of like cooking bil nafs, like cooking with soul and cooking with your heart, and how you might have this small plate of food but you share it with 5 people and all of a sudden everyone's full. And I think these are real things. I don't think this is just like wives' tales or something that like people make up. And I think when your senses are all connected to the food you're eating, there's a different satiation that you have. I know there's a way I'm satiated when I cook and I feed somebody than if I cooked and ate the meal by myself. There is a completely different experience I have, and I know that's real. And I think the more people engage with their food on different levels of their senses, of the way things sound, about the way things feel, about not wanting to waste, about trying to find ways to use every part of the vegetable, the way they don't spill the broth, use the broth for something else, or just pack it up and give it to your neighbor, you're in a completely different experience of food. And I think that could actually really influence the way people live their lives then, and the way they treat other people, and the way that they might treat where they buy their clothing from, or how they engage with their neighbor, or how they engage with somebody they meet on the street. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it something more complex than it is, but you know, just like it's deeper than food. I will always tell people that, like, it's deeper than ingredients and a method, you know, and that's why I'm in the work that I am.